So we're here at Food and Wine Festival. It just started today. There's a brand new global marketplace called the Fry Basket, and that's what we're starting off with. So here we have the Adobe Yucca fries with a garlic cilantro aioli, and then we have the Fry Flight, which comes with 3 different types of French fries. Sea salt and malt vinegar, barbecue bacon fries with a smoked aioli, and sweet potato casserole fries with candied bacon pecans, toasted marshmallow cream, and caramel whiskey. Kevin?
Let's give it a go. Adobe Yucca.
These are really good. I tried the sea salt and malt vinegar French fries first. I love sea salt and vinegar chips, and these taste just like that. The fries are crispy. You get a lot of sea salt right at the front, little vinegar at the back. Totally enjoying these. Would 100% get these again.
So these are really good. So they have more of the consistency if you think like fish and chips. So it's breaded and fried. So it's a little bit on the heavier side as far as a fry goes, but a nice consistency, good flavor. You get a little bit from the garlic cilantro aioli, which I could take that or leave that, but the seasoning is nice to get a little bit more flavor to it. So no, these are actually nice as a standalone.
Next, I'm gonna try the sweet potato casserole fries. So these ones have, oh, you can't take that out. These ones have candied pecan on them and the toasted marshmallow cream, which has melted.
It melts fast.
These are the sweet option. There's almost a cinnamon sugar that's dusted on top of it. The marshmallow cream, I want to say, is going to give it a little bit of extra sweetness in there, which you don't really need. I did not get any of the candied pecans, so I'm going to try some of those. A great crunch. Definitely goes really well with the consistency and flavor of a sweet potato. I would definitely recommend those. This is the sweet option of all of these, though.
Okay, here we go. Barbecue bacon fries with smoked aioli. Oh wow, you should try that. That's really good. So the smoked aioli, I will say, I feel like for these festivals, they get a little heavy-handed and overuse aioli. It just goes on everything. This smoked aioli is actually pretty nice. It gives truly a smoked flavor, but it works well with it. You don't get a ton of the bacon, and there's not a lot on there, but I mean, the fries are well seasoned. You have a little bit of like a Cajun barbecue seasoning. It's a barbecue seasoning. All of the fries, I think, and the Yucca as well, are well cooked.
Yes,
they're
I think
all
everything's
crispy,
really well cooked.
but they're not overdone. But the flavor of these is, if you like barbecue or anything smoky, these are pretty darn good.
This was a great start, I think, to Food and Wine for us. I loved all 3 of these. I want to say out of all 3 of these, since I didn't try this one, out of all 3 of these, this one's probably my favorite. The flavor is 100% there. Yep. You're getting a well-rounded French fry. It's not just your basic. If you do like basic, definitely stick with the salt and vinegar. And if you like sweet, you've got sweet potato right there.
Yeah, and we saw at the booth you can order just one of these. You do not have to get the flight. So if you're looking for one of these varieties in particular, you can order just that. If you're not a sweet potato person like myself, or not wanting to try, not wanting to go basic with the salt and vinegar, you can order just the one you want.
Okay, we had a chance to try the Salty Dog cocktail. Again, it comes with Boyd and Blair vodka with grapefruit juice, ginger, simple syrup, lime, and a salted rim. Overall, I really like this drink. I thought it was refreshing. It was very heavy on the vodka, so if you are a vodka drinker or if you do like vodka drinks, you will like this drink. The grapefruit was very nice, refreshing, had a little bit of sweetness and tartness. I didn't taste any of the ginger in this drink. But overall, I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a refreshing alcoholic drink here at the festival.
Brewing at the Odyssey is open. We thought it was going to open August 15th. Nope, it's open today. First day of the festival. So we have all of the new wings here and the new crispy Brussels sprouts with buffalo sauce. That's this one. We have sticky wings with peanut sauce and grape gel. We have Sriracha lime wings. And finally, a dry rubbed jerk spiced wings with papaya chili sauce. I am not a huge spicy person, but I am going to try them all.
Right.
Let's dig in. Which one do you want to do
and
first?
you can see we're missing an EPCOT experience.
Yes, there is no EPCOT experience anymore.
The new EPCOT experience is empty. There's no
Which one
train
do you
at
want to
this.
try first, Kevin?
Let's start with the Brussels
Okay.
sprouts. This will be our appetizer.
Okay, I have my water prepared.
Oh, Lord.
So this is not spicy at all. And that's kind of for me where everything is a little spicy. It does say that it has buffalo sauce on it. You can kind of see the buffalo sauce, but I taste no buffalo sauce. It tastes like Brussels sprouts, crispy Brussels sprouts with a little bit of creamy aioli.
Say, shocker, there's aioli on it.
Hey, there's aioli on everything today.
Aioli on everything.
They're good. I don't think I would go
Yeah.
out of my way. There is some kind of cheese. I think this is blue cheese. Blue cheese. They're good. On a hot day, maybe hot Brussels sprouts aren't your go-to.
If it were me, I would get something from the fry basket to go with your wings.
Yes.
If you have the hankering for aioli.
Yes. Okay, which wings do you eat? Peanut?
Let's go peanut. We'll save the jerk for last, your favorite.
Oy. Right. So it looks like we have some crushed peanuts, and I want to say this is just a peanut butter and jelly on a wing.
As I said, the menu literally says a gel. G-E-L.
Not too excited about this, but let's try it. Wow.
Actually,
It's actually pretty good.
that kind of works.
Sorry, I got a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah, me too. No, and I was going to say, I don't really get much in the way of jelly. It's really more like peanut butter glazed wings, but it's... I'm not mad about that. It's actually...
It's good. So I actually really enjoy this. Again, this one's not spicy. It's like peanut butter and jelly on a wing. The wing itself, mine's a little dry, but you're at EPCOT.
Yeah.
It's kind of just what you get.
And in fairness, they did sit for like 15 minutes
They
while
did.
we were waiting on the sprouts.
Oh yes, the Brussels sprouts are made to order. So when you order them, it is like a 10 to 15 minute wait for them to make them for you. We waited for quite some time for them to come out, so all of our wings are probably a little colder.
Yeah.
But this one's good. The peanut butter glaze, it's sweet, not too sweet. I'm not getting any grape gel.
Yeah, still no real fruit or jelly
one's
to
good.
it, but
And there
still
are
works.
peanuts on it. A little crunch. You don't really need them, but a little pizzazz.
One horrifying note, they do have ranch here. They do not have blue cheese. Ranch is your only option. All
That's
right,
good.
I'll get started on this next
Okay.
one while you... Or do you know what? I'll do jerk. I'll take that for the team.
What were those called again? I'm sorry.
The peanut.
This is the peanut sauce and grape gel.
Okay.
Oh, and they're sticky. They're very sticky. Which one did you do? Jerk. Should I do it?
It's not particularly spicy.
I'm gonna do it.
I almost get more of like a brown sugar.
I feel like I probably need in my car.
A little bit of jerk seasoning, but
Nope.
just as much brown sugar, if anything.
Hard no. Hard no. Nope. I said straight
Well,
pass.
again, they are very dry at this point. Yeah, it's like a jerk seasoning with brown sugar. It's not super spicy. There's not a lot going on there, right? It's very basic. If you like jerk seasoning, this is gonna work, but it's not the most exciting thing. I like it though. It's kind of like the peanut butter. It's a different flavor than what you're used to on a wing. I mean, if you're like me, where you're just kind of a buffalo sauce kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It works. It's different.
I'm the opposite. I did not like this. It's very, I feel like it has a sandy texture. There's a lot of dry seasoning on it. for me, somebody who does not do spice, it is very spicy. My mouth is on fire. But that's me in particular. All right, let's do this last one. Let's get it over with. We can share these with the group. So here we go, Sriracha lime wings. I would like some ranch at this moment.
Which I suspect we're going to get a lot of Sriracha and no lime, if the others are any indication.
So when I saw this originally, I did think it was just a regular buffalo wing. It smells spicy. It smells.
Smells spicy. Yeah.
Smells
Tiny
spicy.
bit of lime,
Smells
maybe.
spicy. Oh god.
Actually,
It's good.
The spiciest of the three, I think.
Yep.
Spiciest of the. There is a little bit of lime there.
Out of all three of the wings, though, this is more of your traditional buffalo wing with the sauce. It's not a dry rub. It's not a sticky wing. It's more of your traditional. I'm not getting much lime in mine.
No, just very Sriracha heavy.
It's very Sriracha heavy. The chicken, again, it's a basic chicken cook for EPCOT.
Again, I think all three of these, like they brought the the headlining flavor. You're not getting much beyond that. The peanut butter and jelly, you're getting peanut butter. The jerk seasoning, you're getting jerk seasoning. Sriracha lime, you're pretty much just getting Sriracha. So if you like that headlining flavor on any of these, then you're getting what's advertised, and presumably if they're a little fresher than what we ended up with, it's going to be a pretty decent wing. Like these are not bad quality considering how long they were.
Which one did you like the most out of all of them?
I think that peanut butter.
The peanut butter was my favorite
That was
too.
the most sort of off the board.
Yes.
And surprising in how that works. So I would like a little more of a jelly flavor to it, but it's good. Something different, right?
The peanut butter was mine too.
Experiment and try
Yes.
things. You can get wings anywhere. This is something.
I feel like these two you could get like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
This one, I don't think you're going to get it there. Definitely something that you would come to EPCOT Food and Wine just to grab.
Absolutely. And the Sprouts are go with fries.
Yeah.
from
I'm
the
going to
fry
give this
basket.
booth a 1.5 thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll go 1 1/3. Is that like one knuckle? We're here at the Mexico Global Marketplace, and we've got 4 new items here. So starting on the food side, we have the taco al pastor with seared pork belly pastor on a corn tortilla with chipotle black beans, pineapple, pickled onions, and chives. And then moving on to the tostada de barbacoa beef on a fried corn tortilla with chipotle black beans, salsa verde, Mexican crema, queso fresco, and chives. Quite a bit going on there. On the margarita front, we have the blood orange charm margarita, which is this red little fellow here. Have Blanco tequila, blood orange aperitif, blackcurrant infused vodka, Prosecco served on the rocks with pink peppercorns, which you can see floating at the top there,
Wow.
and sweet dried chili salt rim, which has mostly washed away at this point. We also have the It Takes Two to Tango margarita with mezcal, mango puree, corn liqueur, rum, ancho chili, lime juice, served on the rocks with a hibiscus salt rim.
All right.
There's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words.
A lot of words. Where do you want to start, Maddie?
Let's start with margaritas.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's start with that one. Go for it.
Okay. I was going to cheers you.
Oh,
Cheers.
there you go. Pretend I was here.
Pretty good. I got a peppercorn.
I didn't.
So it's not very alcohol-y up front. You get more of the blood orange. I did crunch on a peppercorn, so mine turned into a little bit peppery, but I like that. It's nice. It kind of combats the salt that I got as well. Do you like it? No?
Not a fan of the peppercorn. Maybe we needed to stir it. I don't know.
Swoosh it.
Swishing. But we do have some of the accessory along the rim there. The hibiscus salt.
I liked this one. It's refreshing. For me.
No, it's growing on me. The peppercorn I could do without.
Okay.
It didn't add much
The swoosh
for me.
The swoosh did a lot
The
for me.
swish helped. The swish
Swoosh
helped.
did a lot
You
for
do
me. So definitely recommend stirring it up.
Stir it up.
Once you do stir it up, you're going to get a lot more of the blood orange flavoring. I'm also getting a lot more of the alcohol flavoring.
Right.
Can I borrow your book real quick?
Absolutely.
So, pink peppercorns, do we need them? Probably not.
They're cute.
The sweet dried chili salt rim. So ours kind of dissolved quickly. Show us. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You can stir it.
Thank you so much, Kayla.
Boom.
I did like this one. For me, it was refreshing. I love blood orange flavoring, so of course I'm gonna kind of go towards that one. I'm excited to try this It Takes Two to Mango Margarita.
Yeah, I liked it as well once we stirred it up. It's not, I'm more of a classic margarita kind of guy, but it's still good. It's something different.
It does say it has tequila and vodka. In this one, honestly, I just taste the tequila.
Right, try to get some of this rim here.
Oh, and Prosecco. I taste 0 Prosecco.
Bubbles.
No bubbles. No. It's got mezcal in it.
No, I like it. It's definitely smokier, which I like. Would go well with those fries.
Okay, so this is really good. I love mezcal, and it's got the perfect mezcal taste. It's got a little hint of mango, but the mango's not overpowering at all. This is really good.
No, yeah, it's a hint of mango. It's more
I
of
like
a low key kind of savory,
Yes.
smoky, just a little hint of that fruit. The blood orange is going to be more if you want something fruity or more refreshing. Like
Yes.
you said, that's a good option. This is going to be a little more on the down low.
Out of both of them, I don't know which one I would choose, to be honest. I like them both.
I mean, for Florida in July, I'm probably going
this
blood
one.
orange. Again, don't need the peppercorns. I'd probably
You
ask them to
don't.
leave them off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But aside, it's
Yeah.
good otherwise. Just stir it.
Should we try the tacos? Or taco and tostada?
Taco and tostada. Okay, so taco on our right, tostada on our left, if memory serves.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's
We
go
have-
taco.
Do we have utensils or no?
Taco Thursday.
That's the saying, right? Oh my.
It looks good.
It's really tasty.
I almost feel like this is going to be a similar story to the margarita. The one with pineapple is going to be a little more flavorful and better for a day like today that's miserable weather-wise.
Flavor-wise, when you take a bite, it's kind of got everything in it. The seared pork belly is it's cooked well, yet not. Does that make sense? So like I'm getting the seared pork belly taste. It's a little dry, but in other parts it's not dry. So you're getting a little mix of everything. The pineapple, again, super refreshing, really helps with the citrus on top of the pork. I liked it. I would get it again.
I liked it as well. Not particularly spicy. It's not
Yeah,
kicking
no
you in your
spice.
face. Like it's got a tiny little bit on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pork I like. I'm a big pork guy. Like pulled pork. Really any type of pork, and I thought it was pretty well done. Again, it's been sitting for a minute, so our taco shell is a little soggier than it would have been otherwise. But no, that's a nice balance of flavors.
I did try to pair these two, and it didn't really flow. The flavor profiling here and here, taco to margarita, is very different. So probably wouldn't pair these together. Maybe get a beer with this instead,
Yeah.
or stick with water.
Yeah, maybe this one will
Tostada
work out
time.
better. All right, I'll dive in first. Which this? All right. Well, avocado on my nose.
What do you think?
I don't know if I just didn't get enough.
Messy.
It's not. Yeah, it's messy and I don't want to say bland. Bland's a little unfair, but there's just not. Like I like barbacoa. Barbacoa at Chipotle all day long. But there's just not a lot of
So my
flavor going on.
first thought was Taco Bell. I took a bite and I was like, this is Taco Bell. It literally tastes like Taco Bell. The tostada, it's crunchy, so that's nice. Barbacoa, it's fine. It probably could use a little more seasoning.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more cheese on top to kind of break it up a little bit. Not something I would go out of my way to get. Definitely something that's still tasty. If it's on your list, you want to grab something from Mexico, you can. But again, I would go with the Taco El Pastor over the tostada any day.
And I think that's good if you have somebody who's a little more of a mainline eater, doesn't want anything too out of the ordinary. Like those are acceptable flavors for somebody who's not really wanting anything, with too much going on. But it's good. Now,
It's basic.
what do you think about the pairing? Do you think that would
Oh, let's try the
pair
berry.
better? Yeah, I'm wondering if any of this pairs well with anything else.
I don't know.
That
This is
might
such
actually work okay with.
It's such a standalone flavor, though.
This might work with.
Maybe.
I could see that working with the tostada.
Maybe.
It's just an excuse to drink more margarita.
True. See if this goes with the mango any better.
I think tostada with the mezcal, which one? It
This
takes
one.
two to tango.
Yeah.
I actually think that's not bad. Again, it's more smoky, savory. If you want something which is not great for this kind of weather.
Yeah.
But come September, that would be a nice little pairing, or October.
Yeah.
Might be pretty good.
So maybe we say the mezcal margarita, mango margarita goes better with either of these two, leaning towards the tostada. Blood orange, kind of by itself, refreshing beverage.
Grab it by
Other
itself.
than that, I'm going to give this booth a 1 and a pinky half.
No, just one.
So we have 2 and a pinky.
Just one.
2 and a half pinky. Next up is the swanky saucy swine. Say that 5 times fast.
Clink.
And we have the grilled pork shoulder lettuce wrap with charred corn salsa, pickled red onion, and cilantro lime crema. It is gluten-free. Would you like to
Okay.
dig in?
Let's.
I want to
So
say
with lettuce wraps, you don't know if you dig, do you shovel, do you
I'm gonna
taco it?
I'm gonna taco.
It's, oh boy,
I don't know if your tacos. Mine is.
it's not going well.
Okay, so
All the red onions are on one side.
yeah,
I'm gonna
all
move.
of my
Oh,
things
boy.
are in one area.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Things are happening.
So it's actually really good. Little crunch from the lettuce. The pulled pork is actually cooked pretty nicely, I thought.
Hmm?
It's not dry. It's actually pretty moist. Maybe with a little help from the, corn salsa? The charred corn salsa. And the cilantro lime crema. The cilantro lime crema, I actually tasted some cilantro and some
Yes.
lime.
No, that's actually as advertised. I feel like with lettuce wraps, you normally go with a couple layers of lettuce. I feel like I probably could have
Yes,
used
yes.
a second or third here, because it is a little thin and flimsy. To Maddie's point, it is moist, which is nice after coming off the dry wings at brewing. All of those were pretty dry. I do think it could use a little more seasoning. This is another one where I'm like, it has good flavor, but something's not quite there. Like even if it's just a little salt and pepper.
I would choose this over the brewing in total. Maybe that's because I wasn't into the spicy wings.
Didn't care for that.
I did not care for brewing, but this is good. I feel like this is a hearty meal. It'll definitely help fill you up. It's got a lot of flavor. It tastes really good. It's not super heavy, so when it's hot out, it's not going to weigh you down as you're walking around the world. I'm enjoying this. I would recommend this.
No, this is good, and it's a lot of meat. That's the nice
It
thing.
is.
It's a lot, and it's going to be filling. It's going to absorb the alcohol as we're 6 drinks in at this point, and birds are trying to crap on us. It's no, this is good. Like it's not a perfect dish, but it's really good. It's a good new addition.
Okay, so I would give this one a thumb and a 3/4 thumb.
Yeah, I'm going
3/4.
A thumb and 2 phalanges. Thumb and 2 phalanges.
We made our way over to China, and we are trying 2 new drinks and 2 new food beverages. This is the passion fruit bubble tea. It's non-alcoholic. This one is the Good Fortune Citrus. It has triple sec, grapefruit, and white boba. I'm starting to regret my decisions. This one has to be the grapefruit. Oh no, there's white boba in that.
Yeah, no,
I didn't see it.
The non-alcoholic.
Just kidding. Non-alcoholic, bubble tea, passion fruit bubble tea,
It's
Good
there.
Fortune Citrus with the white boba that I didn't see, Mongolian beef bao bun with onion, and the Dan Dan noodles, spicy pork with Szechuan sauce, peanut butter, sesame, and green onion.
Peanuts.
We're about
More
to be,
peanuts.
what, 7 or 8 drinks in?
This will be 8 drinks in. This is going well with the heat.
We're doing well, fam. Oh, we're doing drinks first. Drinks first. Okay, I'm gonna try this one.
Okay, I'll do this one.
Ooh. Sparkly. No?
It tastes like triple sec,
Okay.
like
So you're not
watered down triple sec.
So you're not a triple sec fan.
It's fine in a margarita.
Okay.
It,
Doesn't belong in a drink by itself.
yeah, so this triple sec is the headlining liquor.
It's the only liqueur.
Yeah, and it.
A hard pass.
If the ice is all melted at this point, so it's a little watered down. So it's going to be a sweeter drink, a little bit but you get so much of that artificial triple sec flavor that I don't think it's that enjoyable. It's a healthy pour of it. We watched them make it, so they're generous with it for better or for worse. But yeah, it's not something I would go. If you're going for a cocktail, I would head back to Mexico. That blood orange margarita.
Mine's not bad. Passion fruit bubble tea. So if you can see on the bottom, get a little boba. It's actually pretty refreshing. The passion fruit isn't overly sweet. Again, mine is also watered down. It has a little bit of a carbonation feel to it. So it's refreshing in the way of you're not drinking soda, but you're drinking almost like a carbonated tea. I enjoyed it.
That's better. If they had an alcoholic version of this, it would be.
You could probably buy a shot of vodka and add it to that, and it would be pretty good.
Yeah, the flavor there is definitely better.
Definitely better. Boba at the end, it's bubble tea, so of course there's boba. This tapioca was, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, same with this one.
Did like this though.
So,
Let's
okay.
dive into food. Guess I'll do bao bun.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the sticker out because I've done that before and I poked myself and it wasn't good. The meat is really dry. The meat's dry for me. It's definitely lacking some seasoning. There's not much to it. The only thing I'm really standing out is the onion. The bao bun is nice. I love bao buns. The bao bun it's got a good texture to it. The meat, there's nothing that adds like a textural crunch into the dish. I feel like we're missing some salt. We're missing a little bit of pepper. We're missing like a texture crunch. I'm getting a lot of onion on the back there.
A lot of onion. Might go a little bit in the opposite direction. I'd say try a little bit of the meat by itself.
Okay.
I actually thought the meat was decently moist and had like a nice flavor on its own, and then with the bao bun, that's where I found it dry. So I think the bun is actually bringing this down.
I would agree with you.
I thought the meat itself is actually pretty nice, and then with the bun, to your point, becomes kind of bland, and then you get the onion in there, like the meat's.
I'm gonna try the bun by itself too.
Yeah, might regret that, but.
It's the bun. Bun's not good.
Yeah, that's not what I would expect from the bun. So I think they got the meat right. The onion, meh, but the bun just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think I would get this one again.
No, unless you're gonna pick the meat out, but which I mean, because I do think the meat is actually really good on its own.
Yeah, I don't think
that
I'd
sauce
give
is
it.
nice. Like, it's very subtle, but
I must have gotten a lot of bun in the first bite.
yeah, I like it. It's good. Yeah, the bun just doesn't
Kevin
work.
likes the beef.
Kevin likes the meat.
Kevin likes.
Tell your friends.
All right, so this is. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong page. The Dan Dan noodles, spicy pork with Szechuan sauce, peanut butter, sesame, and green onion. Try some noodles. What is this? Spicy pork. I'm not good at this, so this will be fun.
Very little that we've had today has been easy to eat.
True.
Which is unfortunate for food and wine.
This is not a dish for me.
I'm gonna try to get a lot to try to get everything, but it's not.
Getting
it's
a
not
lot
gonna
of
go well.
spice on the back end. I'm assuming that's the sauce. I don't taste any peanut butter. I'm gonna try the pork.
Yeah, it's like somebody tried to make pad thai and got it really, really wrong.
Yeah,
It is spice forward.
but I don't know how to describe it because it feels like it's the wrong spice to be in China.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like anything actually works. Like there's no reason, I don't feel like there's any reason to have pork in this. The pork itself doesn't work with the spicy sauce, and there's no peanut butter.
No, I expected this more from like the jerk wings
Okay.
and brewing, like just that level.
Yeah.
It's just spice with not it's weird. It's not.
Overall, I'm going to give China a half thumb.
Yeah, I'll give them 3/4, but then minus a corner for communism, so 1/2. 1/2 thumb.
So 1 full thumb.
1/2. I'm taking them down from 3/4 to a half.
Oh no, I'm at half. Half
Oh.
and a half is 1 full thumb.
We're here at the India Global Marketplace. We've got 5 new items for 4.5 we'll get to here. To start off with, we have the crispy paneer, which is part of Emil's something or other, fromage montage. Right over here. We have the potato and pea samosa, 2 of those. And then the chicken tikka masala with fennel spice, yogurt, and naan bread, which actually looks pretty good. We have 2 of the mango lassi. One is alcoholic, the shorter one, ironically, and one is not, the bigger one over here, but they're the same base drink. So as usual, we're going to start with the drinks. We're like 9 in now.
I think we're at 8.
It's about to be 9.
We don't remember anymore.
5th drink of the festival.
We're damp. That's all I know. We're damp.
We get a real drink for you?
Wow, that looks so frothy and bubbly.
So it's creamy? Is that the right word?
It's chai eggnog.
It's custardy. It tastes like eggnog. I don't get any mango. I get chai. Chai.
Yeah. Oh, mango. There's no mango there.
Chai custard. I'm not a fan of this. It's too heavy.
It's good, but for this weather,
It's very heavy.
I mean,
I don't
we're
like
out
how
here.
it sits. I want to try
if
this.
you're
one.
at India, you're not quite halfway through. You're either not quite or over halfway. This is not what you want.
Hi, in the world of liquid magic, we'd say this is the perfect drink for the winter festival of the holidays.
Yes.
Exactly what you guys are saying, but you nailed it. It's very custardy. It is a little heavy, but an
more mango in
excellent
that one.
review. You guys are doing a bang-up job.
Thanks,
Keep
Pete.
watching.
This one's more chai-y. This is chai.
I don't think I tried the.
This one has more of the mango flavor, the non-alcoholic one, but because the alcohol in the alcoholic mango lassi is actually a chai cream liqueur, this is obviously gonna have more chai. I prefer this. I prefer the one with alcohol. I feel like I will always choose the one with alcohol.
I think this is a better flavor for food and wine, but obviously
Sure.
with alcohol,
Honestly, I don't think I would ever buy either of these again. It's
I don't think so.
way too hot for this.
and they're too small. That's my.
Sure.
When you can get a 16-ounce draft beer from somewhere. I mean, granted, it's not
Just
a
want a beer.
cocktail. It feels weird getting one of these little things where it's liqueur is all you're getting in there. Like it just doesn't.
When a Tipsy Ducks is only
Yeah.
20 steps away.
Yeah. Yep.
No, doesn't work.
Okay.
All right.
Which one do you want to start with here?
Let's start with the samosas
Okay.
because they're in front of us. So yeah, potato and pea
Coriander.
samosa.
Coriander, lime.
There are two obviously here, so it looks a little more shareable.
Okay. Mine is falling apart.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this one up just so you can kind of get an idea of what's inside there. These look like a good little portion.
Portion size is there. Flavor is there.
A little more. That's good though.
It's good. It's got a good spice to it. It's the spice that I would expect to get from India. It's a little smushy, but ours have been out for quite a while.
You know, when watching our reviews, everything is old.
Yes.
That's one little asterisk there. It's been sitting around for 10 or 15 minutes as we photograph it. But yeah,
These
the
are pretty
flavors
good.
there, the spice, I think is just, to your point, it's what you would expect from India. Whereas
Yes.
what we got from China was like spaghetti with jerk seasoning, like some weird amalgamation of it just wasn't what you expected. But
This is what I would expect to get in
Yeah.
India. I like this. I would get this again. It's got a little kick at the back end. It's got the potatoes. You can taste the potatoes. You can taste every single spice in there. The samosa, I'm assuming, like the breading on the outside is actually going to be firmer. Is that the right word?
I think-
More firm.
What did
Yeah.
you guys think of this heat or spice level?
I'm not a good candidate for this.
Do you like spicy food?
No.
Because I thought that was the spiciest or the hottest of the three dishes.
Okay, well, I've only tried this one. It's spicy, but I don't think it's terrible.
no,
I
it's
never
got a
said it was
little
terrible.
bit of spice
I'm
to
not
it.
saying like it's
Yeah.
not an overwhelming spice. The
But
spice
for-
isn't taking over my mouth like Brewing did.
No, and for the price, $5.25 for this, that's
Yeah.
a nice little portion. I
Yeah.
think that's a
Three
winner.
prices were right.
Let me see.
nice-
I want to.
Yeah.
What do you want to try next? You
No,
wanna do this one?
move on to that. Yep.
I want to
So
try
that's
this one.
the chicken tikka masala.
Now, I do like this dish.
And that does have, I'm going to go for it with the bread.
That is delicious. I would get that every time. How much was that?
I want to say 6 and change. Yeah,
That's
6.
100% worth every penny because you're getting a nice sized portion. You need 2 pieces of naan bread with it. I mean, every flavor, it's exactly what I would expect to get. Chicken tikka masala from India. Chef's kiss.
That was our favorite. And that fennel spiced yogurt on top is like the perfect way to cool off a little bit of heat in it.
I'm not getting a lot of that, but
The bread's toasted well. You get a little bit of crunch to it. It's 2 for 2 so far. Again, a little bit of
I love
spice,
that.
not a ton. It's not overdone.
no, it's not overwhelming spice. It's not taking over every single flavor palette. It's really nice. I bet I didn't eat it with the naan, but I bet with the naan, it kind of breaks it down a little bit more.
Yeah. It hits both F's. It's flavorful and financially correct.
Right.
Both halves.
Financial
Onto
and
the
flavorful.
paneer.
This is interesting.
So I'm going to try it without the sauce, which is a mango curry ketchup, because anything with ketchup in the word is interesting.
Mango curry ketchup.
Definitely belongs on steak.
So I googled this. This is actually an Indian cottage cheese. I'll try with the sauce.
Assume it's going to be. It's not bad without it. It is. You get some taste of cottage cheese. Almost, to me, it's almost a little
Don't
It's like
try it
somewhere
with the sauce.
between cottage cheese and ricotta. With that consistency, because it is a dry consistency. But I like I'm the kind of person I will eat ricotta from the container, like just
Amen.
straight. So let's
I
see.
don't like the sauce. I thought the sauce literally is just so overpowering. I didn't taste any of the cheese.
If you're dry without it, try without it. You need a sauce. Maybe not that sauce, but you need a sauce.
What does the sauce taste
It tastes like
Mango
ketchup
curry.
with a little bit of mango in it.
Oh, see, yours must have a
It's-
version. We like that.
I went very light on the sauce, and I think it was a nice addition. I could see how if you got too much in a bite, it would be just too heavily ketchup.
By itself, with no ketchup flavoring, this is so dry. It needs I would put like a drizzle of something. What is maybe even the sauce that comes with like sweet and sour chicken?
Aioli.
Yeah, more aioli.
No, the red sauce.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
it's something without
Or,
aioli.
or maybe even
it's
a
like it's
ginger.
almost like a duck sauce or a ginger
Yeah, it's a duck sauce. That's what I'm thinking of. A duck sauce over the top of this.
It's like an Indian mozzarella stick. You need marinara. Like you need something.
Yeah, not
Which this
marinara,
is
but
close
you
to-
need something.
It is.
I'm not
It is
a
like
fan of this.
a dense.
Anyone else think it has the
You like
shape
this?
and
Yeah.
feel of a Burger King French toast stick?
Oh, French toast.
It does taste like French toast. I'm telling you, it tastes like a Burger King French toast stick.
Right when you
I
said
think it's the
that,
cinnamon and the allspice. I'm sorry.
Okay,
pudding
so
tastes like French toast.
overall,
Overall, great food.
this was a great booth.
Yeah.
I loved this. I would get this probably every time I'm doing a lap at EPCOT. This would be lunch, $6. Great portion size, flavors there.
So we're here at both the Alps and the Germany booth. We're going to start with the Alps because we're going in alphabetical order. So we're starting off with the warm raclette Swiss cheese, which is everything they serve there is all warm raclette Swiss cheese. This one is with Riesling poached pears, red wine braised figs, candied pecans, honey, and cranberry toast. So a lot of words. We'll see what this toast actually ends up being like with that standard Swiss cheese. So let's start with that guy. So again, this is the same Swiss cheese you will get with any of the options at this booth. One of them comes with potatoes, another one comes with ham and potatoes and a baguette. So you're getting more or less the same thing, just with a little bit different flavors.
It's pretty easy to cut.
It is. I mean,
So it looks like you get 2 pieces of toast, 2 pieces of pears, 2 to 3 figs, maybe 2.5 figs,
yeah.
and some candied nuts.
Yeah, it looks like
pecans.
it's kind of serve yourself as far as the
Yeah,
side bits go.
this is going to be too big of a bite.
Yeah. Oh. It's a big bite.
So this would be a great dish when it's cold. That's a lot. A lot of food.
It's a lot. The toast was drier than I expected. Like you had to work to bite through that.
Okay,
There's a lot of sweetness there.
there's a lot of sweetness, and it's too hot for warm cheese.
It's too hot. I don't think it goes great with the Swiss cheese.
No, I don't either.
Personally.
The Swiss cheese is more of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not tart, but it's so you have all these sweet flavors, and then you have the Swiss cheese, which is kind of like what is the word?
I don't know. I'm not a big Swiss
Tangy?
cheese person.
It's almost like a tang.
Maybe that's the word. I'm sure this is embarrassing for us. But you know, Swiss cheese tastes like Swiss cheese, right? It has that signature
It's very
flavor.
cheesy. It smells like you can smell this cheese. I can smell the booth, which is way over there from where we are currently.
And it's heavy. It's greasy.
I would not get it again.
No, like I said, maybe if it's colder. But again, the flavors, like you've got all this candied and sweet, and I don't know. It just doesn't really work for me. Like with the ham, I think I tried that a couple years ago with the ham. Makes sense. Ham and Swiss.
Yeah, that
That's-
makes sense.
That's a classic combination with baguette. But this toast didn't work. Too many sweet flavors. No, it's a pass for me.
The toast itself isn't like, it's like an over toasted toast. And you have a little bit, there's really not much you get with it. And I think it, honestly, the toast itself tastes sweet. So you've got a sweet, and you've got poached pear, which is sweet, and then you've got candy pecans, which is sweet, and figs, which is also sweet, and then the Swiss cheese, it just doesn't flow together.
No, agreed.
I would pass on this.
Okay, so, well, do we need to give thumbs to the Alps?
A half thumb.
Yeah, don't half as well. One thumb.
One thumb.
Okay.
On to Germany. Oh, wait.
Now, my concern with Germany is this is a, like, substantive dish. So, and, you know, not just in size, but also in pronunciation. Let's try to do this. The Schinkennudeln, which but it's heavy. So you know this is going to be like, heavy in your stomach. It's obviously greasy. It's very cheesy. I don't have high hopes for this given the weather, but...
So it's a pasta, is it gratin?
Pasta, yeah, like an au gratin.
Mm-hmm. With ham, onions, and cheese.
So I'm hopeful for the flavors.
As I'm pushing down, you can literally see the grease come out of it.
It's shimmering.
I can't get this off. Does that help you?
And very cheesy.
All right, here we go. Cheers. Cheers. I'm gonna start hunching at this point.
So it's good. I think the flavors are good. Again, it's like ham and cheese. It's a lot like, it's not a lot like the ham and cheese and Swiss raclette from the Alps, but again, it's cheese with ham and some other, you got some onion flavor in there. So it's like a casserole.
It's a casserole, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so
that's the first thing I thought when I saw it was this is a casserole.
The flavor I don't think is bad. Again, terrible for this weather.
Terrible for
like
this
in
weather.
October.
Sure.
Could be great, like great shareable portion. Again, there's a lot there. That's going to get you through until France.
You don't really need to eat anything else with this. Maybe grab a beer and try to cut it down a little bit.
Yeah.
For me, this is, you get all the flavors, but it is so heavy that I had one bite and I'm like, I'm done. I'm gonna take a break now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a nap, find some bench to lay on for a little while and just
melt
take
and
a
die.
snoozle.
Yeah.
Because this is too much. It's too hot for this one. It's good though. Like the flavors are there.
It is. This one was just not a good dish. This is a good dish at the wrong time.
Yes. Recommend for October.
Yeah, if it
Oktoberfest.
theoretically gets colder.
Yes.
With
so
a beer. Yeah.
I give it a thumb.
Well, I'm going to go 1.5 actually.
I'm just going to give it 1.
That's good.
We've made it to Italy and we have 2 new gnocchi dishes and 1 panna cotta to try out today. So this is the gnocchi di patate. Di patate?
Di patate.
Di patate. Potato dumplings with 4 cheese sauce and roasted cremini mushrooms. Next to it, we have the gnocchi di patate, potato dumplings with vodka sauce, Romano cheese, and crispy bacon. And lastly, the panna cotta, an orange blossom panna cotta with seasonal berries.
It's like they wanted to do a hidden Mickey, but like the Italy boot, they screwed it up.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks. Yeah, reuse
All
that
right.
joke.
Let's start with this guy.
Okay. What do we have here? A 4 cheese sauce.
I just want to start off by saying, come on, with the separation.
Greasy.
And just mix it in there. We got a 4 cheese sauce, a dumpling. It's nothing special.
No, it's not bad. Like it's like most anything pasta related.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like the gnocchi's not bad.
The gnocchi's fine.
The sauce is pretty good.
I'm finding, maybe I need to mix it, but I'm finding the
Yeah.
sauce to be like super greasy, kind of breaking a little bit. It's a little heavy, but it's not like overly heavy like the Germany dish was that we had, the Schnicken.
Yeah, the noodle. Yeah, the casserole, basically. No, it's definitely not as heavy as that. No,
It's fine.
yeah, I mean, it's
Mediocre.
affordable Olive Garden.
Yeah, Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's Italy booth
Yeah,
in a nutshell.
it's about what we would expect.
Yes. All right, on to the vodka sauce, Romano cheese, and crispy bacon.
So I'm hoping this might actually be. So this, in addition to the sauce, has the bacon. So there's a little more going on. I guess that one had mushroom, but
It's better.
again, the vodka sauce came out of a jar from Publix.
It all tastes like it came out of a jar. Bacon bits probably came out of a little baggie.
Yeah, nothing's particularly fresh here. It's okay. But again, it's the Italy booth, so you're paying $9 for each of these
Yes.
versus things at the India booth that were
$6.
$5.25, $6 that were actually truly good.
Yes.
This you're getting fine for nearly double the price.
I would say mediocre at best. If you love gnocchi, this probably isn't going to be something you're going to go out of your way and be like, I have to get the gnocchi at Italy booth. A gnocchi lover like myself would probably pass on this. It's very basic. It all tastes like it's pre-bought food that was re-warmed up.
Yep. Which is why for years we've made the jokes about Italy and
booth.
Tony's microwaving thing, because it's
Yes, that's
what everything tastes like.
All right, let's try the panna cotta. An orange
I have high hopes
blossom.
for this, at least because it's cold.
An orange blossom panna cotta. It's got a lot of good flavor. You can taste you can taste the orange blossom in it. The little pearls are nice on the top, little crunchy.
Yeah.
It's nice, it's cold, it's refreshing. Not overly heavy. Doesn't taste as heavy as like the cheese sauce on this does.
No, it's good. It's a
I like
faint
that.
hint of citrus. There's not a lot there, but it is. They just don't seem to have enough that's light. If you're going to start the
Yes.
festival in the middle of July, you need things that are lighter, that are cooler, and this is actually a decent option for that. And I think it was
I do like
cheaper at
this.
$5 and change, something like that.
Yeah, it's probably not your cheapest dessert option you could get here, but it's good. It's if you like orange, if you like panna cotta, if you like a yogurty kind of style of parfait, if you would, this is a good option. Obviously, we like it because we keep going back.
Yeah. 'Cause it's hot.
It is hot, yes. All right, so Italy booth. The panna cotta itself gets 2 thumbs
Panna
up.
cotta is good.
We like the panna cotta. The rest, as a whole, though, I'll give it a 1.
Yeah, I'll go half to offset that.
Okay, 1.5.
1.5 out of 4.
Okay, hops and barley.
Hops and barley.
Hops and barley.
And/or barley.
Hops and barley is up next. It's at the American Adventure. There's only one new dish here. It's the Chesapeake crab slider with tangy coleslaw and Cajun Remoulade.
Enough said. Let's
Yeah,
go for it.
Enough said.
We did cut it. It doesn't come cut. For
Oh yes,
anybody
we did.
wondering.
Cheers.
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 Oh God. Oh Jesus.
I
So I
like
had
this
to wash
one.
my hands yesterday.
I like this one. It's a crab cake in a slider. So virtually, the bun does nothing. There's no like, is there supposed to be a topping? I think it's supposed to be coleslaw. You might have gotten all
There-
of the coleslaw.
Well, it's this. This is the coleslaw.
Okay.
I mean, there's one other, like,
So
there's not much.
I didn't get any coleslaw. I had it just like this. There's nothing on the bun. You have a crab cake, a very bland bun. You don't need the bun. I would just eat the crab cake. The crab cake is very good. I like the crab cake. You get the crab taste. You're getting kind of a tangy, a little bit of a spice. It's delicious. I really enjoy this.
Yeah,
but
like-
I don't need the bun. I just want the crab cake. Maybe they would give me a discount.
No.
If I probably not.
No, the Cajun Remoulade is good. It has a little bit of spice to it, like she said. The bun, like if you're a burger person, you know the bun kind of makes the burger. And this is like, it's dry, it's very starchy. It's not a
Does
good
nothing.
bun.
Does nothing.
But the crab cake itself is very good. It's got nice flavor. You have that little bit of coleslaw. So I'm kind of mixed on it because as a whole dish, it's not amazing. Like it's 2/3 bad bun, much like the bao bun, which the namesake was the worst part of it. This is salvageable, but as it's served, it's
It
not
would have
great.
been better if they would have just did a crab cake, just a crab cake, nothing else. You don't need anything else. Instead of this, though, I would probably get something else.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen what's in store yet, further kind of on this stretch. I mean,
Yeah.
Italy doesn't have a lot to offer. Germany and the Alps really not appropriate for this weather. So our last good stop was India. So hopefully there's
Way
something
back
better
there?
further
Yeah.
on.
Maybe switch this out. Normally, Hops and Barley does have good beer. Switch
Yeah.
this out for a liquid diet instead.
There you go.
It'd be good.
I'm on board
So
with
I'll
that.
give this one,
I'm going 1.
I'm gonna give it a half.
There you go. Block and Hans is the
Drink,
beer one.
drink area.
Yeah. All right. So from the American Adventure funnel cake booth, we have a mini pina colada funnel cake, which is with pina colada ice cream, which is there and melting quickly, whipped cream, toasted coconut, maraschino cherry, which a single cherry, and drizzled with coconut rum sauce. One thing you will notice from previous festivals and our reviews is this. It says it in the name. It's mini. This is indeed mini. It's probably a quarter of the size
But it's still the
of
same
what
price?
we're used to. It was $9.50, so it feels very closely priced to the full size one. So
Let's try
it
it before.
seems like a downgrade in size. But yep, let's go for it. We do have the normal. In its defense, the ice cream is at least melting a little. I think for Flower and Garden, the ice cream curiously did not melt even after
did
like
not melt.
20 minutes. It was very
bizarre.
strange.
Boy.
It's a lot of whipped cream for one.
It's a lot of coconut flavor in one. If you like coconut, this would be up your alley. So the ice cream to me tastes more of a coconut ice cream than pina colada. I mean, literally it tastes like coconut.
Yeah, it's more coconut than anything. It has the toasted coconut on top as well. The drizzle is a coconut rum sauce, so there's
a lot of
a lot of
coconut.
coconut
It's a lot
going
of
on.
coconut.
I like coconut, so I'm not.
Cocoa nuts.
As usual, the funnel cake itself is always cooked well. I mean, they're made fresh. It's not quick service over there like you do wait for it, but they cook those funnel cakes to order, so no
True.
complaints there. I'd say that's fresh. It
It's
tastes
good.
good.
If you like coconut,
Also.
yes, they are made to order, so you do have to wait a little bit. It's good. If you like coconut, you will like this 100%.
Yeah.
It's good and it's hot, so this is really nice on a hot day.
Yeah, the coconut rum sauce is really, to me, it's more caramel butterscotch.
I can't find it.
Butterscotch.
Oh, there it is.
It's around. That I'm not a huge fan of.
No.
So you're not.
No.
So my big thing is pineapple, and I'm not getting any of that from this, which is what I would kind of hope for from
A pina
colada
colada?
type. Doesn't
Really?
have a little pineapple?
I think coconut when I think pina colada.
Really? I think a little bit more on the pineapple. I don't even.
Okay.
That's pineapple,
I think
isn't it, right?
both.
Okay.
All right.
Normally it's garnished with a pineapple.
Yeah, maybe that's why I
Okay,
think
okay.
it. So this is very coconut-y.
Tastes like a coconut drink that's garnished.
This is good. And for $9.50, I would buy this for $9.50. funnel
but
cake with the ice cream. I would get it. It's definitely smaller than last year. Again, it does in the book. It says it's
Yeah.
a mini. I would get this again.
What I don't like about this, even though I continue to eat it, because it's not, is even with the ice cream though, it doesn't feel cool.
True.
And that's what I would want. Like, I'm going for the ice cream.
Just eating whipped cream at this point.
That I just ate like half the brick of ice cream. So it's not as refreshing as I would have hoped for. Which
The funnel cake though itself it's cooked nicely. It's crunchy. The funnel cakes here are always crunchy.
Sorry. So yeah,
Overall,
it's good. Very coconutty if you like coconut.
I'll give it 1.5.
I'm with that. I'll mirror it.
So
3 out of 4.
3.
Not as good a value as it may
Take
have
that
used
one
to have been.
3.
3.
Konnichiwa, everyone. Hi, I'm Jill with WDWNT. I'm joining the crew for our EPCOT Food and Wine Festival reviews, and I'm here with Kevin to talk about all of the new dishes from Japan. So here we have the spicy salmon donburi, which is spicy salmon with sushi rice, shiso leaf, red tobiko, and rice pearls. And then we have the takoyaki, which is octopus, green onion, and cabbage bites, topped with tonkatsu sauce, bonita flakes, and nori. And then to drink, we have the yuzu lemon drop, which is yuzu, vodka, and lemon. So let's dig into the salmon. So we've got, I think this is basically like sushi salmon. I don't think it's cooked. There's definitely a bunch of rice. You see the little, the tobiko, the red fish eggs. Let's give it a try. I'm a big sushi fan, so let's see how this stacks up. Oh, the salmon has a nice texture. It's not chewy, it's not fishy. It's got a nice like sushi type of taste. The sauce gives it a real nice spiciness, similar to like you'd get in a spicy salmon roll. And then the tobiko gives it a nice little crunch because you get that little pop of the eggs. So yeah, not bad. I think I would get this again. It's probably best when it's like super cold and it's a really hot day. But I would definitely check it out. I think that's most of a thumbs up, like a 3/4 of a thumbs up,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, it's good quality salmon. The rice is well cooked. It's not too dry. It's not too sticky, which I'm not a fan of. Like you said, the sauce has a nice balance to it. Not too spicy. Yeah, it's a very nice.
It's a win. Yeah.
Okay.
As things from
Moving
Japan,
along.
the Japan booth usually are. All right, so
We're not
this
in
one,
Italy anymore.
I'm a little skeptical of the octopus bites. These are basically like little dumpling type balls. Let's see what they look like. Oh no, there's like solid octopus. You can see like the whole piece of tentacle in there. That's pretty interesting. We'll see how this goes.
Cuts easily though.
It's definitely got a really weird texture. It's like mushy and kind of like almost starchy. Like it's like it leaves like an almost like tackiness in your mouth. I don't think I actually got any octopus in my bite. Maybe I did. I don't know. I think this piece of octopus might be the octopus in the fritter.
And that's when you say fritter. I think that's more of what it is, with a little bit of octopus strewn in.
Yeah,
but it's not like you're getting that whole tentacle.
Yeah, I feel like the dumpling type, the fritter type thing itself, this outside is where you get all the green onion and cabbage. It's kind of like mixed into this like batter, and that's what you get, a lot of stickiness to it. And then you just have that piece of octopus. There's some in here too. There's little like hunks of octopus hanging out in there. The octopus is pretty flavorless. It's a little chewy, like octopus usually is. It's okay. I don't know that I would like jump up and down to eat this again though.
No, but it's not bad. I mean, I think if you're looking to say you did something a little more adventurous and had octopus, this is a very
bad.
safe way to do it.
It's not bad. It's just not remarkable. But yeah, if you want to try octopus, this is a safe way to do it. I think that's a good way to put it. All right, and the lemon drop. I have high expectations for this. Oh, it smells nice.
It looks like it did have a little kind of like a lemon
Ooh.
candy on
Yeah.
on the pick here.
It's really tart. It's very like, it's not fake lemony at all. It's like real sour tart lemon. But then the yuzu, there's got to be a little sugar in there too, because it's sweet too. But you get that nice tart kick from the lemon.
Oh yeah.
No, that's good. It's a nice, refreshing, like, and it's definitely, you get the vodka. You know there's vodka in there.
We didn't even really stir it too well before
No.
drinking it either.
That's a nice drink. I would.
That's one of.
A good cold summer afternoon.
Yeah, we had some margaritas earlier, which were not bad, but this is a little more.
And so
flavorful.
this in the booth was in one of the frozen beverage machines,
Okay.
and it came out cold but liquid. So I don't know if the real intent is for it to be slushy and it just didn't freeze up enough for the first day of the festival, but it at least came out like ice cold, and then has since warmed up a bit because it's hot out.
It's great in liquid form.
Yeah.
We approve.
Yeah, overall, nice offerings from the Japan booth. We are here bringing you a review of the chilled coffee featuring Godiva chocolate liqueur from the Belgium booth at the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival. So this is a nice iced coffee. It's got some cream in it, tons of ice, which we're gonna enjoy while it's 95 degrees out. But most excitingly, it has Godiva chocolate coffee liqueur. So let's try it out. Oh. It's like, it's exactly what you want it to be. It's a little coffee, it's really creamy, it's chocolatey. You know the Godiva's in there, but you don't really taste the booze, as Godiva should be.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's good. The flavor is very basic, I think. So if that's what you want, you're getting exactly what you want.
Yeah. It's probably not that different than getting a coffee, an iced coffee at Joffrey's with alcohol in it. It's probably not that different, but it's still good. All right. Our next item up is the Chermoula chicken kebab from Tangerine Cafe, Flavors of the Medina, which is at the Morocco Pavilion. So this comes on a bed of carrot chickpea salad and garlic aioli. And it looks like, let's see if we can find a fork somewhere and dig into this chicken kebab. Oh, so you get, this looks like it's probably thigh meat. It's definitely not white meat chicken. It's nicely seasoned, and then you get all this garlic aioli and all this interesting slaw. It looks like there are raisins, chickpeas, shredded carrots, probably some other fun stuff in there. The chicken is really well cooked. It's nice and tender. It's not dry at all. The seasoning is really nice, and then the garlic aioli complements it really well. It's got a nice spice to it, but it's not hot at all. And then the raisins and the slaw is a little bit sweet and actually complements that spiciness really nicely. I would get this again. They also have a version of this that is lamb, which you get over the same bed of slaw. I would get this again. I would try the lamb version. This is really nice.
Yeah, this is good. It's nicely balanced. It's a good little amount of chicken there. Like you said, very well cooked. I think we've had good experience here in the past when this booth first debuted. All the kebabs were good. This is just another continuation of that. You really can't go wrong here, I think, with any of the kebabs. They're well cooked. It's a nice portion. Nice balance of flavors, a little bit more dynamic than some of the things you're going to get at the Italy booth, or some of the other ones where it's just a bit more mainstream.
Yeah, you get something a little bit unique. You get a decent serving portion. You get a unique blend of flavors. The other thing I really like, I think, you usually get really good food at Tangerine Cafe, and oddly the lines are never very long. So a lot of times it's a good place to come because there are huge lines for every other booth, and people overlook this one. So festival secret.
And if you're a cider fan, it's also another little hidden gem for that as well.
Oh, they have a great cider selection this year. There's hibiscus, there's ginger turmeric, there's fig. It's all really tasty. So check that out as well.
Awesome. On to the last one. From Greece.
From Greece, we have the lamb gyro. So it's some of your sort of typical, I think, shawarma style lamb meat, Euro style lamb meat. It's in a pita. You've got all of this lettuce, red onion, have cherry tomatoes. Those look really nice. I will say I think the meat looks a little bit dry just from kind of first glance, so that makes me a little bit hesitant. But let's see if we can kind of dig into this and see what we get. There's a lot of what I assume should be tzatziki. Yes, tzatziki sauce on here as well. And that it almost seems like there's maybe a little too much, but we'll see how it tastes. So yes, the Euro meat is definitely dry and kind of chewy. The flavor on it is nice. It feels very sort of authentic, what you normally get in a Euro. But yeah, I feel like it's a little bit light on the meat. We really only have like 3 of these strips of meat, which is fine. It just sort of, there's a little bit too much of everything else to offset it. Like the pita bread is really thick, and then there's a lot of other stuff going on in there that you kind of lose the meat in there. The flavor's good. It's just over like dried out meat and not proper proportion of ingredients, I would say.
Agreed. Going further down, like I just went manual mode and took a bite.
As it should be eaten, really.
A lot of the tzatziki sauce, that's the main flavor you're getting. Not much in the way of meat. To your point, some tomato in there, so it's not bad. It's kind of middle of the road there. I'd say it could have been prepared a little bit better, a little lighter on the sauce. Fresher cooked meat would have made it much more different.
And I'll say, like, a lot of times day one of the festival, they're still like figuring out the preparation side of things. So it's entirely possible you can come back in a week or two and they will have figured out like getting the meat at the right temperature, not letting it dry out too much. You may have a much better experience if you come back and try this in a week or two. I would be willing to try it again to see if they've been able to improve it. Because like I said, I think the flavor on it is really good. It tastes like you want a little Euro sort of, it almost feels like a Euro mini sandwich or slider. It tastes like you want it to taste, just the ingredients are off and the meat's too dry. Hey everybody, we are here at the France booth. And we are bringing you a couple of items from both the Brazil booth, which is straight that way, and then the France booth as well. So the first item up here is the feijoada, which is black beans with crispy pork belly, Brazil nut pesto, and Ben's original long grain white rice. I guess they're a sponsor of the festival or something, I don't know. So this is basically a big old hunk of pork belly on top of this sort of bean stew that's got, it looks like there's a little bit more pork in with the beans, and then it's all on top of this bed of rice, and the green is that Brazil nut pesto. So let's give this pork belly a try. It's definitely a lot going on here. It's a little bit stringy and hard to cut, but we'll try it out. Get it all in here with the rice and the beans and the pesto. All right. This is really nice. Oh, it's a really good blend of flavors. The pork belly actually gets lost a tiny bit. I think the real standout here is the beans and the pesto. You've got like some like almost citrusy kind of flavor in the pesto. It's tangy. It's a really nice flavor combination. I feel like the pork belly kind of gets overshadowed by everything else, but everything else is really good and I really like it.
Yeah, I do like a lot of what's going on there. At first I wasn't getting much. I thought it was kind of bland. But then once that pesto comes through a little bit, you do get more. I think it's unfortunate that the pork belly,
it's definitely not cooked great.
Yeah, that it just kind of gets lost in there, and more of the supporting cast, I think, sort of pulls the show on this one.
Yeah, it's definitely more of like, the flavor of the pork belly is way more on the like pork tenderloin side as opposed to the bacon side of pork. So it's just okay. The pork belly's not standout at all. But yeah, I think the pesto is probably the thing that is like pulling it all together and
Yeah.
making it taste real good.
And the pork might be a little overdone, like Jill said with the last booth review. Depending on the day you come, you might get some that's cooked perfectly, and this dish could be that much better, and it all blends really well.
But definitely this whole rice and bean thing is really good, and I would get it just to try that. I really like it.
Right, we're back here at the France Global Marketplace. We have 3 new items to go over here. First one we have is a brioche aux escargot, sauce crème à la parcelle. That's my faking my way through French, which is escargot brioche, creamy garlic and parsley sauce. Next we have a parmentier de boeuf braised au cabernet, which is a braised short rib and cabernet with mashed potatoes. Kind of looks like a fisherman's pie.
Yeah, like
I'd
a
say.
shepherd's pie, but with
yeah.
short rib inside.
Okay, which I'm excited about. And finally, for dessert, wouldn't be France without creme brulee. It's going to be a vanilla creme brulee with a house-made raspberry jam.
Lovely.
So if you want to go ahead and let's dig into that escargot.
I made Kevin say all those things because I get made fun of for my French pronunciation.
I have no shame, so I will do my best Nick impression out here.
All right, I'm gonna get a nice big hunk of escargot. So I will say there are like 3 pieces of escargot in here, and the rest is all the sort of puff pastry and this. It's what, a creamy garlic and parsley sauce. It's okay. The escargot is a little flavorless, or just way overpowered by the garlic cream sauce. And the pastry's kind of a little dense. I expect, you go to France and you think like a really nice flaky pastry, and this is like kind of a little dense and chewy. Overall, like if you've ever been to Chef de France and had the escargot in there, I would recommend that way more than this. I feel like escargot is not the kind of thing you get at a food booth, because I think the preparation, like it's not the kind of food that you can cook and then sit and hold.
Right. And all of this came from warming cabinets. Nothing, even like some of the other booths where they at least assemble it.
Semi-prep it, yeah.
Here it is done and sitting for Lord knows how long.
Yeah, so don't recommend the escargot. Not terrible, but the octopus from Japan was a much more pleasing, interesting food choice. All right, let's try the short rib, because this sounds really good. Ooh, look, you can see all of that good short rib in there. Underneath, the mashed potatoes on top. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
The beef's a little weak. It's a little bland.
Yeah, there's just not
the mashed
not
potatoes.
A lot going on.
The mashed potatoes are nice. They've got like I don't know if this is like a panko breadcrumb on top, but it gives it like a little bit of texture and crunchiness that's nice. But overall, the potatoes are kind of bland. The beef is kind of bland. It's not bad. It's not a standout.
Yeah, that Cabernet sauce is.
You don't really taste
not
any
bringing
Cabernet.
anything.
No,
Yeah,
it just kind of tastes like a boring brown sauce.
Yep.
Yeah. So also
too
not
bad.
going to recommend this.
Now, I will say the pork is like from a crock pot. Like it is very tender, comes apart easily. So for what that's worth, if somebody again is like a more of a picky eater, likes doesn't want to be adventurous, just wants very basic flavors, it'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Hey, on to dessert.
All right.
We don't have spoons.
I'm
so.
most excited for this.
I'm least, because usually these are too sweet for me. So
Oh,
let's
really?
see how this goes.
You're sweet enough already, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any real raspberry in here. I'm trying. I don't know where it is. Oh, there's some. It's all the way at the bottom. I don't think this is very sweet at all. For a creme brulee, I think this is nice. The raspberry at the bottom is really, so yeah, it's definitely all, you can kind of see it down there. It's on the bottom of the container. I feel like this is that scene in The Golden Child where they're trying to feed blood to the kid and it's like hiding it in the oatmeal. It just showed my age, I think. But it's really nice. It's not too sweet. It's a nice creamy consistency. It holds up pretty well. Got the nice crispy sugar crust on top.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's not too rich. The raspberry really works well with that.
And it's like a nice fresh tasting raspberry. Like it's not a sugary, sweet, fake tasting raspberry jam. It tastes like a very like made from real raspberries kind of jam. I would recommend this is my favorite from the booth.
100%.
I would definitely come back for this. The other two I would skip.
Yep, agreed.
Okay, we are here in the Appleseed Orchard, which is inside the Canada Pavilion in the O Canada movie theater. And we are trying the Apple Blossom Sky, which has apple cider, ginger ale, apple brandy, maple syrup, and mini marshmallows. Now this is a little bit different than last year's version of the same drink. Last year's version had Fanta apple. This one has apple cider instead. So pretty close, but I think we're losing that little bit of fizz. I don't know, maybe Fanta apple. They have supply chain issues with Fanta apple. Probably. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, it's very sweet. It's definitely like an apple cider slushy. You can taste the brandy. It's got a nice little brandy taste to it, but like definitely really sweet, but nice and cold. Like really good, refreshing drink. You got a little bit of like cinnamon to it. I think you get a little bit of that ginger ale, the spiciness from the ginger ale. If you like sweeter drinks, if you like apple cider, this is a good one.
Let's see, I don't have much to add to that. I'm not a big cider person. It's honestly not bad though. Like it's not, I've had some ciders that are overpowering, like they're cider in your face. This, I mean, it's, you know, going to be like apple cider, kind of apple juicy, you know, that core flavor. Like that's the best thing right now is it's cold.
Yeah.
Like it's the coldest, like it's not a real copper mug that they give you, but it comes out cold just the same.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because you think of apple cider as being like a fall drink, like a pumpkin patch hayride kind of drink. But this is July. I mean, yes, it will still be around in the fall because food and wine lasts forever. But the nice part of this for the summertime here is that it's so cold and it makes it a nice, refreshing, cool yourself off from the inside kind of drink.
I don't get the marshmallows, but it's still good.
No, I don't. I can't imagine that they add anything really.
No, that was unpleasant.
Yeah.
But pretty solid drink over if you actually make it out.
We good? Welcome everybody. We have emerged from a crazy thunderstorm here at EPCOT on the first day of the Food and Wine Festival to bring you some more booth reviews. So first we're going to start with refreshment ports. This is the Frozen Mango Martini featuring Boyd & Blair vodka with mango nectar and lemon. So you get in the nice plastic martini glass. It's a slushy drink, so it's nice and frozen, which is great for a hot day like today has been. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going to make the...
Yeah, maybe give it a stir. There's definitely a lot of mango. It's got mango nectar. So nectar is usually thicker and more potent than a juice would be. It's a lot of potent mango in there.
Well, a lot of mango that we've had, things that claim to have mango, we got no mango from.
That you're
So
going to
this
get
would be-
a ton of mango in there.
That is very mango, but that's exactly as advertised.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
exactly as advertised. I don't love mango, so this isn't a favorite for me, but I think if you're a mango fan, you're going to really like this. All right.
But I'm still getting the alcohol in there, which I appreciate
You
very
can
much.
still taste the vodka
Right?
for sure.
It's vodka and it's mango.
Yep.
And that's what you're looking for. That's killer.
And if you like those ingredients, this is for
It's
you.
a winner. Okay.
Next up, we have food from the Earth Eats booth. So Earth Eats is our vegetarian or vegan, plant-based booth of the festival. This is our Impossible Meatball, served on top of an herbed polenta with rustic puttanesca sauce and a basil pesto. So I'm excited about this because I love all of these ingredients. I love polenta, I love puttanesca. You can see there's capers, there's olives, there's nice hunks of tomato and onion. Basil pesto, it's kind of like a creamy pesto sauce, so that should be pretty interesting. And then of course Impossible Meatballs, which could go either way. So let's figure out if they're good or not. Oh, they're not dry, they seem nice and tender.
I'll say historically, we've usually been
Pretty happy with
impressed
the Impossible.
Yep. The Trowel and Trellis is one that we've liked a lot in other festivals.
Oh. You get all those Mediterranean flavors. You've got definitely the olive and the capers and the tomato. The Impossible meatball is kind of interesting. It's definitely nice and tender. Sometimes you get Impossible meat and it's really dry. I'm just gonna try the meatball by itself. Oh. No, there's a lot of good. The meatball itself has a nice flavor. It's got a lot of herbiness to it, like oregano and basil kind of flavor in there, which works really nice with the polenta. I love this polenta. I'm a huge fan of all these ingredients, so it's a nice little mix. But yeah, if you are not averse to plant-based alternatives, I would give this a try. I think it's really good.
I'll tell you what they seem to do really well with the Impossible meats is they actually season them. So they're always really well seasoned, and that was our complaint at some of the other booths is the meat was cooked fine, it just was kind of missing something, and they really do a good job of making sure these are seasoned and flavorful, even if you're not getting that classic meat taste necessarily that you would expect.
The only thing I'll say about this is it's a little cold. Like, it's not even like it cooled off. It's like, it's almost like it was served not hot on purpose.
Which now, you know, in full disclosure, all of these, maybe not all, but most of these booths were shut down due to thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Operationally, did they turn over all the food like they should have?
Probably not.
Yeah, maybe not. So.
But still really, yeah.
But
if this were
good.
hot, it would be stellar. But it's really good, even not being hot.
Yeah, that's still a very good dish. That's probably one of the best that we've had today.
Our next options from the Earth Eats booth are, we have the Strawberry Freeze featuring Twinings lemon and ginger herbal tea. So one of these has Kettle One, botanical cucumber and mint vodka. That's this short one. This is the alcoholic one, and then this is the same, the tea, the Strawberry Freeze with tea without alcohol. So same drink, one has Kettle One, one does not. So I think we start, it's got a nice gigantic basil leaf going on. Start with the non-alcoholic. You definitely get the strawberry. You get a little bit of the lemon and ginger tea flavor, but not a lot. It's kind of weak. Like, there's not a lot of, it feels watered down.
And it did just stir it, so I was hoping for a little better.
It's not a bad flavor, it's just a really weak flavor. I want a little more oomph to it.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm gonna guess that this is the exact same thing, just we're gonna taste vodka in it too. Yeah, actually no, I really don't taste vodka. It's the exact same thing. Supposedly there's vodka in there somewhere. I don't really taste it. But again, it's like, it's refreshing, it's nice and cold, but it just feels a little weak.
Yeah, it's
They're
I like
better.
seltzers and things like that where it's just, you don't exactly get the flavor that you might want. I'm with you. I don't taste any alcohol in this.
Yeah.
Which for better or for worse, but overall the flavor is nothing.
Yeah.
Like after having the lemon drop.
Oh yeah, which was like full of lemon flavor,
Yes.
and you could taste the yuzu in it.
Exactly. You had both, or even the martini that we just had that was a lot better. These are a little disappointing.
Yeah. Not bad, just not great.
Yeah.
Like a lot of festival foods. All right, and our last dish is the Lamington Cake. Lamington? I feel like saying Lamington is mean, so I'm gonna say Lamington. It is a yellow cake with raspberry filling dipped in chocolate and coconut. This is available from the Australia booth, which is right behind us here by port of entry. So you see the nice 2 layers of cake. You've got the raspberry filling in the middle. We've had a good raspberry experience already this festival.
I'm excited about the raspberry. It worked out well in France.
So let's see how it is with cake and chocolate and coconut. This is really nice. The cake is really perfectly moist. There's like raspberry that cuts through. The chocolate is almost like a dark chocolate.
Perfect amount of coconut on top.
Perfect amount of coconut. You taste the coconut without it being overwhelming. This is really good.
It is. The raspberry is very subtle. I'll say that. The chocolate's probably the biggest flavor that I get.
Yeah, especially if you're eating off the end, because the chocolate is kind of
Which
like
I
on
did.
either side.
Good point. That's exactly
So maybe if
what
we
I
try,
did.
let's try a middle piece and see if
There you
that's
go.
better. Better balance of flavors.
Yep.
You get more of the raspberry, the chocolate overpowers it less. No, this is
That's
really
really nice.
delicious. If you like coconut and raspberry and chocolate, this is a really nice, I think it's like $4.50, so it's a pretty reasonably priced festival dish. It's really good.
That's great.
Would eat again.
So cake and martinis, that's the way to go. If you're at this end of the World Showcase.
Let them eat cake.
Go.
Okay, so we are here bringing you some food reviews from the Shimmering Sips booth, which is hosted by Corksicle, the sponsor of this year's Food and Wine Festival. And right now we have the Berry Sour Ale Mimosa, which is made with Boulevard Brewing Company Berry Noir Sour Ale and Sparkling Wine. I'm excited about this. I love sour ales. Boulevard is a great brewing company. It's based out of Kansas City, I believe. And they have really good beers, so this should be really tasty. And then we also have the Guava Mousse on a sugar cookie with coconut lime whipped cream. So Guava Mousse, sugar cookie down here, whipped cream, coconut lime whipped cream on top. So I want to start with the mimosa.
That's how it works.
I
This is brunch,
feel
right?
like it's brunch. First you have your mimosa, and then you have your dessert. That's nice. Oh, it's got like a weird like herbiness to it. Do you taste that on
Yeah.
the back end? Like I don't know what that is, but it's like, I wonder if this is almost like an elderberry or it has some kind of berries in it that have like that weird herbalness to it. It's really interesting.
Something, but it is good. You do get a little bit of the sour up front.
You definitely
like
get
you're
sour.
supposed to.
It's not sweet at all.
No.
I don't know how much I
Yeah.
taste like sparkling. I don't like the champagne-y sparkling wine part of
I
it.
get a little bit of that, but yeah, I mean, it's certainly, I think, heavier on the ale side.
Yeah.
But that's nice. I mean, it's flavorful. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice. Has a lot going
If you like
for it.
sour ale, this is definitely a fun one to try. It's very, very, definitely got a lot of that tartness. I would say it's more on the tart side than the sour side, but it's really tasty. Jake's gonna have a little too.
Yeah.
All
Third
right,
opinion.
let's dig into this guava mousse on a sugar cookie.
Look at that.
Oh,
Cream is
okay.
heavier than it.
So the mousse, like there, you can see from the inside that there's this like pink coating on the outside, and then the mousse is less attractively colored on the inside.
Interesting.
Let's get it all together. Very much a guava taste. If you like guava, I think you're gonna like this. The mousse is really nice. It's like light and creamy. I don't really know if I taste any of this like pink outside or not. I think it works well with the sugar cookie. It's all very sweet. It's definitely very sweet. The coconut complements it really nicely. What do you think?
I think I'm less a fan of this. Something to me with the chocolate flavor in the mousse is.
I don't really taste any chocolate. Is it chocolate?
Or is it the guava?
Maybe it's definitely the guava.
Oh, see, to me, it almost tastes like an artificial chocolate. Like there's just something
Oh,
weird.
like that cacao, like
Yeah, like that. That's what came to my mind initially.
Yeah.
Just
it does kind of taste almost a little bit artificial.
yeah, that's more of what I get from it
I hear you.
at first. It's not bad, but it's still nice. Like you said, that mousse is creamy. I'm not sure about this outside. I tried
Yeah, I'm not
some
really.
of it by itself, and I don't know really what's going
No.
on there.
No, it doesn't taste like anything other than maybe it's almost like a white chocolatey kind of vibe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like it almost tastes like nothing. I think it all works together. Like I think it works well with the sugar cookie. I'm not a big guava fan, much like I'm not a big mango fan. So this isn't like my favorite thing, but I think if you're into guava, the coconut works well. Like it's tasty. It's also very sweet. So again, if you're not into really sweet stuff, you might want to stay away from this because there's a lot of sweetness to it. But overall, it's decent. Not for me maybe, but I think it's a good dessert if you're into guava. Check it out.
We just stopped by the Flavors from Fire booth over by Test Track and across from Creation Shop. We have 2 new food items to try. This is the banh mi bao. It has charred grilled Asian skirt steak, chicken liver, aioli, pickled vegetables, and cilantro. And then we also have a Rocky Road chocolate cake. This has marshmallows, spiced almonds, and chocolate ganache. I'm gonna start with the banh mi bao. Now we did try the bao bun from the China booth, and we didn't like the bao bun. We thought the bao bun was like really dry and didn't help the flavoring of any of that dish at all. So I'm hoping this one's better, but I'm assuming that they use the same ones. So the steak itself is like really chewy. It tastes good. The pickled vegetables are a little overpowering. There's a lot of vinegar taste in it and a lot of spice. I would like to try the steak with just by itself. I'm gonna do that in just a second. I'm trying to show you guys the inside. So we got probably like 3 or 4 smaller pieces of steak. I can definitely taste the cilantro. The bao bun itself is dry. Again, I'm assuming it's the same exact bao bun that they use in China. The steak by itself. The steak by itself is really good. It's tender. It's a little chewy. It's got so much flavor in it. It's like a little bit like teriyaki. You can taste the char on it. They do grill them here. So this is really good. Without the bao bun, I would definitely get this. Honestly, maybe even without the pickled vegetables. The pickled vegetables are very pickly. A lot of vinegar. It definitely gives it like a little punch at the end. Altogether though, like you could definitely get this dish but not get the bao bun. Just maybe ask for it on the side or just pick it all off like I'm doing. But the steak itself is really good. I'm really enjoying the steak. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get some water real quick. So we're gonna move on to the Rocky Road chocolate cake. So there is a ton of chocolate ganache. You can see the cake just slightly. So this is good. It's very rich. The chocolate cake is very moist. It's very soft. Honestly, it might have even melted a little bit. There is a ton, and I mean an absolute ton of chocolate ganache on this. It's everywhere. It's like on the sides, it's in the middle, it's on the top, it's everywhere. The candied, I think they're candied, or no, I'm sorry, they're spiced almonds. These are super chewy. And the marshmallows, honestly, I don't taste marshmallows. They don't really do anything for this at all. but this is good. I would get this and share it with somebody. It's very rich. I definitely need some water after eating this, but it's good. It's a good treat. It's a good dessert option if you like chocolate. So overall, I'd say for Flavors from Fire, I mean, this was a decent booth. It wasn't anything that really like stood out in my mind, but I did love the steak from the banh mi. I love the steak from the banh mi, and I'm really loving the chocolate flavoring in this. You know, maybe if the almonds were like a little bit more crunchy, that'd be great, but honestly, the chewiness of the almonds isn't terrible. So this booth was pretty good. We completed our meals fromage montage. We got all 5 of our stamps, and we just collected the completer prize that you can find at Shimmering Sips. Here it is. So it's super pretty. You get this little souvenir cup that it comes in, and it's it doesn't really look like this when you first get it. It's just melting because it's hot out. So I'm gonna give it a try before it gets too hot. So this is the prize that you get once you collect everything. One of the booths at Mac and Eats does have an item that you can get to help you complete this scavenger hunt, the Meals Fromage montage. But Mac and Eats does not open until August 15th. So we collected and tried the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup over at the Canada booth. That soup has been here for years, so we just collected it. It's also part of it. They have different ones throughout. You can find them in your festival passport. They are the ones that have a little cheese by it. So if you can see the little cheese, here it is. So they're the ones that have a little piece of cheese by it. Those are the ones that are available for you to collect and try. And then once you get 5 stamps, you come back to Shimmering Sips. You can say you're here, you're gonna complete your Meals Fromage montage. You get this one, and then they hand you this precious little treat. So we're gonna give this a try. So this is pretty good. It's like a Dole Whip ice cream. It's vanilla. Mine's all melted together, so I'm trying to figure out if this is raspberry or if this is strawberry. I'm not sure. It's kind of all melding together. I'm getting mostly a vanilla taste. It's really good. It's super refreshing. This is a great treat. So fun for if you have kiddos, so fun for them to do and be able to try different things around the world. Around World Showcase, come in. Once they're done, they get a really fun little completer prize, and then it's some ice cream. So great way to end your day here at EPCOT. So I'm really enjoying this. This is a little piece of cheesecake. It goes great. I'm loving this. So if you do decide to do a meals, this is your prize that you get at the end. Hello, we are back for the second day of EPCOT's International Food and Wine Festival. Today we're going to try all of the Joffreys around the park. They all have different offerings specifically for food and wine. So let's get started. So we've collected the Nitro Dreams from Joffrey's. Off like first thoughts, just looking at it, it's got a really nice crema like right here, and I'm really enjoying that. I love a good crema and a coffee. I did watch them make it. It's got 4 pumps of Irish cream, and that looked like just pure syrup. So I'm gonna give this a try, and we'll debate on what we feel like. So it is pretty sweet. I'm gonna stir it up and see if maybe I can get some of the crema in the bottom, because I kind of got just Irish cream syrup at the bottom. It does taste a little bit like an Irish coffee without the alcohol. All right, so definitely stir it up. As you can see, like the crema definitely went down more towards the bottom. So if you stir it up, you get more of a coffee taste and not so much of just Irish cream. And I really like this. I would get this again. I personally am not a alcohol in coffee kind of gal, so I would not put any alcohol in this, but if that's your jam, go for it. I bet it tastes really good. But this is great. It's got a good coffee taste to it. It is sweet. If you don't like sweet coffee, this is not for you. Again, this is $6.39. You get 20% off if you're an annual pass holder at Joffrey's, and I would get this again. So we've collected the second coffee at the second Joffrey's. We're over here by Disney Traders. It's right by the swanky, saucy swine booth across from the Minnie Mouse meet and greet. Here it is. This is called the Castaway Cold Brew. It's just a cold brew with some sweet cream. I watched them pour the sweet cream in this, and I mean, it was probably like, I want to say 2/3, a third. It was a third of this is sweet cream. So I'm expecting this to be super sweet. I'm gonna give it a try. I was correct. Very sugary. This is more sugary than the Nitro Dreams. Just from first taste, I mean, it's a cold brew with a lot of sweet cream. That's it. There's nothing else super special about it. Third Joffrey's stop, third coffee. This one is a blended mocha. Or a blended cappuccino. It's giving me mocha frappuccino vibes from Starbucks. Here it is. It's just a blended cappuccino. A little chocolate drizzle, a little whipped cream. Let's give it a go. Sugar rush. Yikes. Very sweet, probably the sweetest of all three that we've tried thus far. Very loud trash can. This is definitely the sweetest of all three that we've tried so far. And I thought this was gonna taste more coffee-ish, more of like a mocha frappuccino from Starbucks. It definitely doesn't. It tastes honestly like a blended chocolate blended chocolate milkshake. I wouldn't get this again. It's probably my least favorite of the three. I would stick more with the Nitro Dreams. It's still my favorite from the Joffrey's and World Discovery. We have our last drink from the Joffrey's by Canada. It's called the Arctic Sunrise. It's a cool citrus treat with passion fruit over ice and coconut syrup. This is not caffeinated, which is probably a good thing because I've had a lot of caffeine in the span of an hour and a half. This is actually pretty good. If you like citrus, if you like sweet, this is not bad. It does have a little bit of a sugary aftertaste. Like I feel like I could use a sip of water now. But you can taste the coconut. You get mostly passion fruit. It's refreshing. I would compare this to a Starbucks refresher, but not caffeinated. We made our way around the neighborhoods of EPCOT, trying all the new items at the global marketplaces and Joffrey's locations for the 2022 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. Our favorites were the Fry Flight from the Fry Basket, the Chicken Tikka Masala from the India booth, and the Nitro Dreams coffee from the Joffrey's and World Discovery. Next time we are visiting EPCOT, we will be passing on the gnocchi items from the Italy booth, the Guava Mousse from Shimmering Sips, and the Don Don Noodles from the China booth. Make sure to visit the site for our full festival review and guide. Thanks for joining us on our journey through the 2022 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival.